Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you about algebra, a new section in SSAT book. Moving on in algebra is different from the number section. So algebra, which means there's number and letter, not just number. For number section there is only number, but for algebra section there's also letter. For lower level, you don't need to care much about algebra because you might not meet them inside sets. But for middle level, you must know how to solve algebra. And for upper level, SSAT, you must complete all the algebra section and see what question you cannot do and try to complete it. Also, in algebra section, you will be learn how to solving x equation, trying to solve for x, for y, and z. If you want to learn about algebra, you must remember these rules. First one, algebra is the combination of numbers and letters. Numbers and letters stand with each other inside an equation. That is algebra. For example, the letter x, y, z. For example, 2 plus y. This is an algebra equation. And the number part is called number, and the letter parts must have a name. So that name is variables. Variables are all the letter A, B, C, D. It can be all letter. All the letter can stand for a number. Yep. And then if you have meet an algebraic equation, you should see that there's no multiplication signs. So for example, if you want to say 3 times y or 2 times y, you should not write like this. This one is wrong. 3 times y is wrong. And this one is correct. Write that again. So this one is correct. In algebraic equation, there's no multiplication signs because it's look like an x. You will be misunderstanding, so they decided if a number stand next to a letter or a letter stand next to numbers, that means that number multiplied to the letter. For example, 2 times y times z. So this will be misunderstanding. 2x, y, x, z. That will be a little bit confusing actually. So if you want to write it down in your paper, you should write like this. 2 and y and z. So that means 2 times y and then times z. You can add and subtract like variables. So the variables that the same to each other, you can subtract them. So for example, we have 2z minus 3z. What will it be equal to? 2z minus 3z. What is that equal to? So instead of take 2 times z, because we don't know where is z, so you can just take 2 the minus 3 equal to minus 1 and then write z. So the answer is minus 1z. That is how we solve with the like variables. The variables are same to each other. The same with z and x. If two of they stand next to each other, you can just write that. And for one more, you might be confused. If they write x plus x, what will you do? The answer must be 2x mean x plus x mean 2 times x, right? X times 2 equal to x plus x. So this one you write 2x. And remember, the number always stand before the letter. They always stand before the letter, not after, before it. If a variable appears more than once in equation, that variable is always replacing the same number. So if a variable appears more than once in equation, that variable is always replacing the same number. For example, if we have 3y minus 1x and then minus 2y, and they given us this one, y is equal to, so y is equal to 2 and x is equal to 1. For that, you must understand that two of these y's stand for one number, the same numbers. So that's 2. And x stands for number 1. And if you see the number and letters stand next to each other, that means this one will be multiplied with each other. So for this will be 3 times 2 minus 1 times 1 and minus 2 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 and minus 2, 1 times 1 is 1. And then 2 times 2 is 4. 6 minus 1 minus 4 equal to 1. So the answer must be 1. Two of these are not different number. If you want to have different number, just use another letter, not just x, y, or z. You can use A, B, C, D, E, or F, or even G, and continue on. So move on to some exercise. So remember the exercise for this one, these exercises are just for lower and middle level. If the end of each exercise, you must stop. If you are upper level, you will continue on. So first we'll start with the easiest one. What is 2 plus x is equal to 7. So what is x? X, this one you must know that what numbers the 2 plus what number will equal to 7. So that number must be 7 minus 2 is 5. So x equals to 5. Because 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. So 2 plus 5 equals 7. And this one, 2 times what number equal to 16? So 2 times 8 equals 16. So y is equal to 8. So far that is the easiest one. These are when things get a little bit trickier. Find the variables. So find the letter. What is the letter? 35 minus x equal to 23. So what numbers does 35 minus 2 to get 23? So to solve this in the easiest way, you will take 35 and minus 23. And then you get the answer. 5 minus 3 is 2 and 2 minus 3 minus 2 is 1. So the answer is 12. So 35 minus 12 will be 23. Let's check it. 35 minus 12, 5 minus 2 is 3, and then 3 minus 1 is 2. So the answer is 23. So this one we are correct. Move on to letter B. Y plus 12 equals to 27. So what number plus 12 will get 27? to solve it in the easiest way, you will take 27 minus 12 to get y. 27 minus 12. This one will be 7 minus 2 is 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. So the answer is 15. 15 plus 12 is equal to 27. Let's check it out. 5 plus 2 is 7 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer are correct. Next one. Let's do with some divide. 18 divided to x equals 6. So what number is the 18 divided to get 6? So for this one, the easiest way is just to take 18 and divide it by 6 and we'll get the answer. 18 divided by 6 is 3. And also 18 divided by 3 is 6. The next one. 3 times what number will get 33? So the easiest way to solve the equation is to write 33 divided by 3. 33. Because 35 divided by 3, you will get the x. 33 divided by 3, the answer is 11. So these are some of the kind of exercise you might see in algebra for lower and middle level SSAT. If you are lower and middle level, this is the end of your lesson. But if you are middle level, or if you are upper level, not middle level, if you are upper level, continue on. Let's see. So if you want to know more about algebra in upper level SSAT, you can watch this and try to figure out for those of you who are in middle level. First one, we have this one. 3x plus 5 equals 17. There are two ways of solving this. Let's do it together. So we have first way. First way. First way is the way of eliminating numbers. And before getting to the first way, you must remember one thing. If you do something to one side, this side, the other side you must do the same with the other side because two sides equal. In this case, I want to get rid of the 5 because that will we have 3x left. So we want to get rid of 5 because stand alone. To get rid of 5, just minus its own, and then you must do the same to the other side. And the answer you get is 3x. Don't do much. 5 minus 5 is 0, so we do not necessarily to write 0. And then equal sign. 17 minus 5 is 12. So 3x is equal to 12. And then I want to get rid of the 3. 3 times x. So if we have 3 divided by 3, we'll get rid of. So this one divided by 3. Also, you must do the same thing with the other side. This one also divided by 3. And then you get the answer. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x is 1. Is x. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the answer is x is equal to 4. So that is the first way. The answer we'll get is x equals 4. Just remember, if you do something to one side, the other side must do the same thing as well. This is the second way. The second way is a little bit easier. Copy out what is given again. plus 5 equals 17. And then you have learned that always multiplication first and then add and subtract. So for this one, we will do multiplication first. So 3x. 3x, if you want to find 3x, you just take 17 and minus 5. 17 minus 5 is 12. Because 3x plus 5 is 17. 17 minus 5 will be equal to 3x. And then 3 divided by x is equal to 12. So, want to find x, just take 12 and divide it by 3. So 12 divided by 3 will get x. X is equal to 4. So the answer is x equal to 4. This is the second way. Second way seems much easier, but I recommend to do the first way. This one, just do it in your mind or your paper, not on your exam paper, your own paper actually. The next one. This is another example. Try to do it yourself. Try to pause the video and write on a sheet of paper and then try to solve it in two ways. So the first way we will have 2x plus 7 equal to 36. We want to get rid of the 7 first. Always, what number stand alone, get rid of that. Minus 7. This one also minus 7. This one will all be 2x equal to 36 minus 7 is 36 minus 7 is 29. And x, for solving x, 29 will be divided by 2. So to solving for x actually, we erased it. Getting a little bit confusing. This one just divided by 2 to get rid of 2, and this one divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1 times x is x, and 29 divided by 2 will be 14.5. So the answer is 14.5. You might wonder why the answer is a decimal. We have one decimal. The answer is decimal is completely normal. And for this one, the second way, we'll have 2x plus 7 equal to 36. First one, so for multiplication first, always remember multiplication first and then add and subtract. 36 minus 7, 2x equal to 29. Because 2x plus 7 is equal to 36, so 36 minus 7 is equal to 2x. And then to solve for x, take 29 and divide it by 2. Because 2 times x is equal to 29. So 29 divided by 2 will be x. And then x is equal to 14.5 also. That is all for today's videos. Did you understand all of the lesson for algebra? If you are middle level and upper level, you must understand these as well. If you're lower level or maybe middle level, you have to know the rest of the part except these one. If you like this video, please share and subscribe.